going to go over how I set up my fish finder today. I've had a lot of requests and actually a lot of people that are interested in how I actually set it up. I have the Garmin Striker 4. I picked it up on a really good deal and I couldn't pass it up. Unfortunately, it wasn't set up specifically for ice fishing with the transducer. It's actually set up to mount the transducer on a boat. So the transducer actually is the thing that actually sends the signal down and back up and then let you know if there's fish, obviously down below the boat, or in this case where I use this for specifically is for ice fishing. Now, I did have the original transducer that goes on the boat, and I did have to rig that up a little bit, and it worked great for the first year that I had it, but I wanted to like cut down on some of the bulk. So my family actually bought me the ice fishing transducer and I actually plugged that in, and last year I actually used that, so that was game changer for sure. So I was able to actually put it all in one little box, which I'll go over. So this is just a little utility box that actually fits everything in there. This box measures out at 11.5 inches wide, 5 inches deep, and 7.25 inches in height. And that actually fits everything right in that little container, which is excellent. So the transducer for ice fishing actually is only like $60, so I'd recommend getting that. You'll save yourself some headache. If you haven't subscribed, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button, little bell notification. I'd really appreciate it. But anyway, let's dive right into it. Okay, so here's the box. This box I picked up, I believe at Walmart. I looked on their website and you can actually pick one up. There's a white one, there's like less than $7. So it's really cheap. It is watertight, but after you fashion it for the fish finder itself, obviously you have to put a hole for the wire to come out. Not really going to be watertight at that point, but I guess you probably get a plug or something like that and plug it up if you wanted to. Like I said, I haven't had any problems, so that's been great. But anyway, it's a hyper tough. You can see that right there. If you need to buy a battery, I would probably almost buy your battery first and then get your box afterwards, because if you get a different size, it may not fit in this box. So just word of the wise there. So anyway, this is where I mount my fish finder itself. So when we go in there, you can see how snug everything fits in there. Like I said, with the transducer that I have now, it fits in here. The other one did not because of all the stuff that we had. So this is a little mount right here. That's where your fish finder attaches to. I'll set that to the side. This right here is the fish finder transducer. Okay, this thing here, you can adjust the foam, obviously depending on how deep the ice is. You want this to sit below the ice itself. Anyway, I highly recommend getting this transducer for ice fishing for sure. So this is the cord that actually plugs directly into the back of the fish finder, and it's got the little attachments for your battery. Okay, fish finder right there. Again, Garmin Striker 4. Thing works amazing. Now here's the battery. I picked up the battery at Scheels. Oh look, you can actually see how much I paid for it right there. $20 at Scheels. That is the battery itself. Order them online, anywhere from $20 to $30 is what I found. And when I'm done fishing, I just come home, put this on a battery tender, and keeps it nice and charged up. So works great. Now the box, I had some foam stuff because I did some concrete work at the back of my house. But anyway, I cut this out so that way I would have it padded a little bit, and this battery fits directly on the one side. And then I cut that out, as you can, hopefully you can see that okay. But that's how that sits in. When I get all set up, get on the lake, get my hole drill wherever, here's the handle, okay? You can see right there, I drilled a hole for this plug back into my fish finder. This is the power itself. So what I'll do is I'll open this up, and then through this hole, I thread that through there, just like so. Okay, now I can have that in here, and all the extra wire will just sit in here inside the box itself. Okay, close that, and I can lock that up. So now my battery is not exposed out in the elements, and it just makes it a little nicer. And I'll thread that through the handle. Now there's my power itself. Okay. Now, this is the mount right here. So now I mounted the top of this right in the center. Okay. Took 3 Phillips screws and I just screwed it in, as you can see. And when you screw these in, if you're going to do something like this, just make sure the screws don't go too far. As you can see, they don't protrude down, so that way I'm not poking into the wires at all. So close that up. Now this right here is the mount that actually sits directly on here. It slides in just like so, clicks in there, and this can turn also. So now they sell a full kit that's specifically for ice fishing, of course. You can buy the combo anywhere from $200 to $300. I think I'm into this whole setup less than $100. Well, maybe about $120 because we did get the transducer afterwards. So anyway, but that's it. But I can pivot this right here, the head for that. So depending on how the sun is shining, I could actually switch this around and keep the glare off the screen of the fish finder itself. Okay, so now there's 2 ports on the back of the Garmin fish finder. One is for the transducer and one is for the power. Okay, and you can't mess it up because it says power right there. Okay, so now I'll plug this directly into the power. It's kind of dummy proof, if you will. So you plug that in. Now we have the transducer. I'll unplug that. I'll plug in the transducer like this. Now I have both of them plugged in. Now I'll snap that in place. Now I have that set up just like that. Okay, and then I can drop this in. It's got, like I said, long cord on it, so I can drop this in wherever I'm at. If I'm just kind of running and gunning, I can keep this in my jet sled and just pull along, drill a hole, drop this down in the hole. Good to go. Okay, pivot it back just like this, pivot it forward on like that. See, if you've watched any of my other videos, you'll see me actually showing marks and everything else for fish on here. I do the split screen, and that's my preference. That's what I like. So anyway, that is everything in a nutshell. Then when I'm done, just unplug everything here. Of course, I haven't plugged into the power on the inside because I don't need to for this demonstration, and then maybe some other videos you'll see actually marking fish and stuff. But anyhow, that's how that goes. When I'm all done, I open this back up and slide that through. Of course, I unplug it so that way it doesn't drain my battery. And when I get home, like I said, open this up, put on a battery tender, good to go. Okay. I showed you how the battery fit in there. The fish finder itself slides in just like so. And I actually notched it out a little bit in that foam that I showed you, so that way it kind of held everything in nice and tight. Put the cord in next to the other cord, drop the transducer like this, upside down, right inside. Okay. Then the mount is going to go just like this. There we go. There we go. That's it. Now I just throw that on my sled and off I go. Like I said, if you already have the combination for ice fishing, kudos to you. Excellent little setup. Can't go wrong. If you got the money just to drop a few $100, that's honestly probably the route I would go, because everything comes in a nice little case. If you subscribe, hit that subscribe button, little bell notification, and you'll be notified anytime we upload some videos. Gonna be hitting the lake soon. So anyway, thanks again. Thanks for watching. Appreciate each and every one of you. Have a great day.